what I talked about was bravery, belief, and being underestimated, which I think are 3 principles that we can use both for brands and companies, and also personally for ourselves and in our own careers and for our agencies or our organizations. And those have been enduringly true from my perspective for brands and people and for myself. So I'd like to talk about how they're related and how we can do both. I feel 2 things when I think about leadership of DDB. I feel both privileged to do it. It is an incredible privilege, but I also feel pressure, and I think that those are constructs of leadership that you should never let come apart. So you can't feel the privilege without feeling the pressure, and you shouldn't feel the pressure without feeling the privilege. And so I really try to focus on both of those aspects of the role. I'm incredibly proud. We have 200 agencies in 100 countries. We have 11,500 associates around the world who are working hard every day on many, many clients around the world. And I get the great opportunity to look at the work from a 20,000 foot level and to dip in and help where I can on particular clients or at particular moments in an agency's journey. And I love it. I love it very much. There are without question challenges, but I don't think those are unique to DDB. I just think, part of that's the industry. And as I said at the beginning of the talk, it's about staying focused on growth. It's about staying focused on efficiency and new ways of working, and also on being able to move at the speed of the marketplace. I think as long as we do those things and use creativity to drive all of those, we'll be in good shape. I would say my vision really is to build on the 68 years of DDB's incredible legacy. I don't take that lightly. Bill Bernbach, I think, is one of the forefathers of the very practice of advertising that we all, work today. So I take that very seriously. And then people like Keith Reinhard, who, still comes to our office in his 80s, still very present in our business and having an incredible impact. So my job, I see, is building on their vision. And their vision was always that, DDB would have a belief that creativity was the most powerful force in business. Those are Keith Reinhardt's words. That we would hire talented and nice people, that you had to be both. That if you were talented but not nice, we didn't want you. And if you were nice but not talented, we didn't want you. You had to be both. And that we would work diligently in service of our clients' business, of helping them achieve their goals. It wasn't about us. It was about us working for our clients, and that our success would come through our clients' success. And I think if we keep those things in mind, I think even though the landscape may change and the channels may change and the connection points may change, I think those truths are enduring for our business. I think it's massively important. So curiosity and passion that I think channel up to bravery. Ultimately, like I said at the beginning of the talk, if you're status quo, if you're static, if you're not moving in this business, I think you risk being irrelevant, and I think you go out of business. So we have to hire massively curious and massively passionate people who are brave in their thinking, so that we don't stand still, so that we're always dynamic, so that we're leaning into what's next. We don't fear what's next. We want to develop and create what's next. And we have to have people that are programmed that way, because it's what our clients expect. There are a lot of exciting plans underway here. Coming up in a couple of days, we'll be making a very big announcement around Tribal, which is going to be an important one in Tribal's history. So we've got some near-term announcements coming up. But then I would think even from a longer-term vision perspective, it is about making sure that we're relevant, that we're creating, innovation, excitement, engagement, and ultimately being massively accountable to our clients, that we're delivering on that growth, delivering on that speed, and delivering on that efficiency. So it will always be things that line up behind that, but hopefully that you'll see us be pushing to define the market in ways that we can do that. My best advice for agencies or individuals is a little bit of what I just talked about, right? It's leaning into that change. It's feeling the confidence to try different things, to experiment, to test and learn. There's going to be failures, but if we fear failure and don't act, then we'll never move forward. So I have much less concern about failure than I do about inaction. Inaction and stasis, to me, are the enemy. I want us to try things all over, learn from them, and then propagate the things that are working. But I do not want to stand still. And so my greatest advice to anyone would be, try, test and learn. If you fail, that's okay. Learn from the failure and get up and move on. What does anyone do from a setback? A setback sets your next comeback, right? So that's what it's all about. It's about constantly moving forward.